this is what happens when you get involved with other people's problems. Oh well. If I'm dead, I'm dead. Who cares? Huh?
You opened your eyes.
Most of us grew up hearing one phrase over and over again: follow your heart. It sounds innocent, even wise. But what happens when your heart lies to you? When the very thing you trust the most leads you not to love, but to evil, regret, and isolation? What if your feelings, left unchecked, are the most dangerous guide you can follow? Welcome to InochiTalks, where I talk about stories that speak to the heart and mind. Today, I want to walk through what I consider my favorite piece of media of all time, the 2016 anime adaptation of Erased, written by Kei Sambe. After scouring YouTube for thoughtful takes on Erased, I was honestly shocked. 9 times out of 10, all I found were negative critiques, harsh breakdowns that dismiss the show as shallow or overrated. But I think that there's something they're all missing. Erased isn't just a mystery or a time travel story. It's a deeply human narrative about truth, regret, and the quiet strength it takes to do what is right. Erased is one of those shows that will probably always be special to me. I truly have not seen anything else that addresses the issues of the human condition like this show does. I can fairly say that in my eyes, Erased is a true masterpiece. So before we begin, I highly recommend you check it out for yourself because there will be spoilers in this video. Erased is a story that quietly explores something that we all face: regret. But it doesn't just linger in the pain of missed choices. It offers a way forward. Rather than fixating on the dreams that slip through our fingers or the things that we failed to accomplish, Erased gently reminds us to cherish what is, to recognize the value in the people and the moments we still have. It's a story that challenges us not to obsess over making our past and future into the shape of our own perception of perfection, but to reshape the present with gratitude and intentionality. Satoru learns to accept the good and bad in life and move forward with thankfulness. This anime has deep themes of reconciling with the pain of mistakes from the past. We'll dive deeper into that in the full analysis later in the video. The story of Satoru is a great demonstration of how the theme of his character contrasts that of the villain, and how the killer's philosophy in life is dangerously close to the self-justification we give for our actions and the lifestyle many of us live, despite the deep-seated knowledge that what we're doing is wrong. With that in mind, let me walk you through the big picture analysis of this masterpiece and give it the much needed praise it deserves.
I tried, but I couldn't help her.
I don't know about that.
I didn't want her to be alone.
And thanks to you, she wasn't.
It wasn't enough. I should have done more.
Look, what happened, happened. So it's pointless to beat yourself up about it. In a situation like hers, there's only so much anyone could have done. That goes for you and me. You should go back to school tomorrow. You'll just feel worse staying here alone.
Okay.
We all have moments we wish we could change. Words we shouldn't have said, people we should have stood up for. Regret is one of the deepest human experiences. Erased taps into the raw longing and the desperate desire to go back, to fix, to heal what is broken. But what makes this story so powerful is that it doesn't dwell in the past, it uses it. In our very first glimpse of Satoru, in episode 1, it becomes clear, especially in hindsight, that beneath the sarcasm and the indifference lies something much heavier: regret. He doesn't just wear it on his sleeve, but it seeps through in his disattached tone and his passive approach to life. Even when his time travel ability, Revival, is introduced, Satoru reacts not with awe or purpose, but with annoyance. It's like a burden rather than a gift. But that reaction isn't just cynicism. It's pain in disguise. Revival forces him to relive moments he would rather forget, and his cold demeanor is his way of shielding himself from the weight of a past he would rather not face. He failed when he felt, so he stopped trying to feel at all. That is, until he's forced, beyond his own control, to confront his past, literally. This is when we start to see a change in Satoru. Satoru is given a chance to relive his childhood. But he doesn't just use that gift to protect others. He uses it to transform himself. He looks at the pain of his mistakes, not with self-pity, but with purpose. He confronts the fear that once paralyzed him, and in doing so, he finds redemption, not through perfection, but through persistence. This isn't just a story about erasing the past. It's a story about erasing the past and finding contentment in the present, despite its imperfections. Satoru doesn't let regret become his identity. Instead, he lets gratitude lead him. He stops coasting through life. He begins to see the quiet miracles around him, his mother's care, the loyalty of his friends, and a second chance to love and protect. That's the emotional heartbeat of Erased. To be human is to fail, but it's also rising. To look at what you have, even if it's fragile, and to say, this is enough. I won't waste it again.
Good or bad, the experiences we share fill a void we all have inside of us. Everyone, even me. So keep filling it, and you'll enrich your life and others too. That's what life's about. Never forget that. There's no difference between a good deed and a bad one. They both have a similar goal.
To satisfy a need within a person.
Erased is not just a suspenseful story or a gripping time travel mystery. It's a meditation on the human condition, on how the very thing we're told to trust the most, our hearts, can deceive us. The villain in Erased doesn't look like a monster. He looks calm, collected, and in control. He genuinely believes he's justified, that what he is doing is reasonable. But that's the horror of it. Evil doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. This is what you want, and this is who you are. And then there's Satoru, an adult trapped in the monotony of life, emotionally disconnected and drifting. At first, he's reactive. He moves without conviction. When he acts from emotion or instinct alone, he fails. But as the story unfolds, something changes. He learns to stop chasing quick solutions. He begins to choose truth over comfort, courage over convenience, and integrity over emotion. That's what Erased challenges us with. Your heart might feel real, your emotions might scream at you to act, but that doesn't mean they're always right. Sometimes the most dangerous lies are the ones we tell ourselves in silence. That being said, emotions and what your heart feels are still plenty important. The key is not to be blindly guided by what it tells you. Erased challenges the audience to dig deep and to find their core convictions. What is it that you base your choices of right and wrong off of?
That's what I'm hoping. But there's a chance it'll backfire on you. I know. It's just an idea. I'm still working out the details. I don't care what I do, or if the police catch me.
Or if they lock me up for good.
I don't care what happens to me, as long as Kaya's safe.
In today's culture, we're constantly told to do what feels right, to follow our passions, to chase happiness, to trust ourselves above all else. But Erased dares to offer a different message. It's not a flashy superpower or time travel that defines Satoru. It's his willingness to do what is right, even when it costs him. When you live by a principle instead of impulse, something changes. You become reliable, steady. You become someone people can trust. Someone who brings peace in a world ruled by chaos. That's the real strength Satoru finds, not in fixing everything, but in choosing what matters most and committing to it. He stops chasing emotional highs. He stops running from discomfort. He stares evil in the face and chooses integrity. He acts even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, even when it hurts. And that's what separates a hero from a victim of their own desires.
Kyle, whatever happened to me happened. So don't go blaming yourself about it. I don't have any regrets, because in the end, I'm here because it's where I'm supposed to be.
I'll be honest, when I first finished Erased, I had mixed feelings about the ending. The bond between Satoru and Kaio was just so strong, so heartfelt, that part of me expected them to end up together. It just felt like a natural conclusion. And when it didn't happen, I was surprised, even a little disappointed. But over time, as I sat with it more, something clicked. I came to see that the ending wasn't a letdown, it was intentional. And now, I honestly think it's pure perfection. Satoru's love for Kaio wasn't about romance, even though he was obviously romantically interested in her when they were kids. It was about sacrifice. It was about protecting someone simply because it was right. He doesn't save her to earn affection. He does it to give her a chance at life, a chance to be free, to heal, to move forward. That's what makes the ending so powerful. Kaio ending up with Hiromi isn't a betrayal of Satoru's story. It's a testament to it. He never asked for anything in return. And when he wakes up from his coma to find everyone is safe, that the people he fought for are living good lives, that is his reward. A quiet victory, and that is what makes him a hero. The man we meet at the beginning of the story, isolated, bitter, quietly drowning in regret and self-pity, is not the man we say goodbye to. Satoru becomes someone who doesn't just wish for change, he becomes someone who chooses it. He learns to live with open hands, to love, protect, and let go. And I think that's the beauty of Erased. It doesn't just give us a fairy tale ending, it gives us something far more human.
Now my life has a blank spot between the ages of 11 and 25. But in a weird way, I sort of treasure the time I lost. In a town without me, my friends lived for themselves and for me.
Heroes always show up at the last minute, right?
Oh, hey, Satoru!
About time.
Where you been? You're an idiot. Are you ever on time?
A town without me. Time without me. It's not my loss. It's my treasure.
Erased is a rare kind of story. It doesn't just entertain, it awakens. It whispers truths we are often afraid to confront. Don't just follow your heart, examine it, question it, challenge it. Don't just long for a better past. Fight for a meaningful future. The show invites us to live with integrity, to root our lives in not in fleeting feelings, but in eternal truths. To wake up and choose gratitude, to forgive, to protect, to see the beauty in the ordinary moments, and to stop waiting for some grand emotional payoff. Maybe that's why Erased resonates with me so deeply, because it reminds us that we're not powerless, that even if we can't go back, we can still choose today, and in doing so, we can build a life that reflects truth, not just feeling. If this story moved you like it did me, consider subscribing for more deep dives like this one. This was InochiTalks. Thanks for watching.